Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm participating in a collaboration with Ingrid from Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles titled 10 Homeschool Tips for the new homeschooling year. So I'm going to be sharing with you all 10 tips of things that hopefully will help you out as you start your new homeschool year. Things that I'm going to be trying new, things that are working for us. They're not in any specific order. Those are just things that came to me as I was getting ready for this collaboration. So make sure after you're done watching my video that you check that playlist below and check Ingrid's channel and subscribe because she has some amazing homeschooling tips and recipes. She's a great friend and an amazing homeschool mom. So make sure you check out her channel. Okay, so let's go ahead with those 10 tips. So the first tip, like I said, it is not in any specific order. And in August, I have a collaboration that I'm hosting that we are going to be sharing some tips for new homeschool parents. So also be on the lookout for that. So some of the things might be similar, but that collaboration will be geared more towards new homeschooling parents starting out this school year. Okay? So the first thing I have, like I said, no specific order. I'm just going to share with you the way they came to my head. Make sure that before your school start, you have a plan of what to do. Make sure you have, if you're going to use a box curriculum, you have it ready. If you're going to do just living literature, have that ready. But make sure you have a plan of what you're going to do with your kids. Okay, you don't have to have set schedule and set, for everything, because that's not what I want to do either. But make sure you have a plan of how you want to start your school year, what you want to teach your children, how you're going to go about it so you can start your school year with ease, okay? The second thing, plan field trips. Make sure you plan at the beginning of the school year. You sit down by yourself or sit with some friends and plan some field trips for the school year, okay? So you know what you're going to be doing every month. You can do one a month, one every 2 months, 3 a month, whatever you want. But just make sure you have those plans so you make sure you do them and you won't forget. Because if you just do it as you go, you might forget, and 1 or 2 months might pass and you haven't gone on any field trips. So go ahead now in the summer, sit down and plan some field trips and put this in your calendar tentatively of what you want to do throughout the school year. Okay? Plan your days off. Some days off for us are planned, some are unplanned. But if you want to have days off, just put them on the calendar and stick to them, okay? I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do this school year. I'm having a hard time if I still want to do just go throughout the year and take days as I need them, or like I did my first 2 years, 6 weeks on and 1 week off. I still haven't decided, but go ahead and plan those days off, okay? If you want to take a day in the middle of October because you think you're going to need it, plan it, okay? But if you need to take a day off, sporadically, do that too, okay? Next, try to find someone this year, if you haven't yet, to share ideas with, okay? I have friends. It doesn't have to be friends that live in your town, okay? Friends that live far away. FaceTime with them. Text them. Try to find somebody to share ideas with. Someone that's going to be there for you as part of your homeschool community and as your tribe, just to help you through this journey, okay? So try to find a couple people or just one person to share ideas with, bounce ideas with, to vent. Just try to find people to connect with that will help you through your homeschooling year, okay? Because it's so important. Plan on rabbit trails with your kids. If my child is very interested right now in sea turtles, sea animals, marine biology, plan on those and taking those rabbit trails to school year, okay? Incorporate them into your studies, okay? Take a month and just do, if that's what your kids are interested in, work with that, okay? And just go with it and plan for those rabbit trails that your kids are going to have. My kid is now like obsessed with sea turtles. For the first time, she's only 12, but she told me she said, I want to be a marine biologist. I want to work with sea animals. I want to work the things that have to do with the ocean. I was like, wow, that's huge. So we are going to go with it this school year. I'm going to incorporate that into my zoology, and I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to go through those rabbit trails with her. Okay, so plan for rabbit trails with your kids. Have game days. Plan, a tip for this year is to plan some game days, maybe once a month, once a week. Oh, and plan movie days, okay? That's part of school. That's part of learning, watching movies and playing games. So plan those days, or just be sporadic and say, today we're watching a movie, we're playing games. But make sure you have that time to do that game schooling and watching movies as part of your daily routine or part of your homeschool routine. Number 7, another tip, incorporate some nature studies, nature walks into your homeschool. They don't have to be anything planned. A couple weeks ago, I went on a nature walk with some friends. I wanted to plan something like either scavenger hunt, an activity. We didn't. But the conversations that came out of that walk were so great. We talked about animals. We talked about plants. You know, we talk about so many things. The kids were learning. We were learning from the kids. So plan nature walks with your children. Plan them with friends. It's a lot more fun if they come with their friends. And even if you don't have anything planned, just being outside in nature is so good for your kids. So I will recommend. I want to do more in nature studies. That's one of my plans for this year, and I will share more of my goals later on. But yeah, so tips: take more nature walks with your kids, do more nature studies with your children. You'll see what a great big difference that will make. Number 8, make sure that you do what works for your kids. Okay, that's a good tip. It's so hard sometimes to follow. Do what works for your children in regards to your planning, and I will be sharing how I'm going to be planning this year. I can't wait to share with you. I'm going to be planning this year to make sure it works for our lifestyle, it works for my child, it works, you know, to keep my sanity and my stress down. And I'll be doing a collaboration in July with Ingrid also about our planning, and I'll be sharing that with you all. So be on the lookout. So make sure with your planning it works for your kid and for your style, your family. Okay, the way you plan, the way you schedule things, the curriculum. Okay, so as you plan your school year now in the summer, make sure do you think to yourself, am I doing this based on what's going to work for my kid, what's going to work for my family, what's going to work for us, for our lifestyle, not Susie's lifestyle, not your friend down the street's lifestyle. What's going to work for you and your family, the way your kids learn. Okay, so that's a good tip. I think a good tip for you to have. Okay, plan for what works for your kids in all the areas: planning, scheduling, curriculum, everything. Okay, I am slowly learning that, and it's working. Use the library more. I've been talking again to my friend Ingrid, and she is homeschooling on a budget. She's using the library so much this year, and I said, what a great tip she gave me. And I'm giving it to all of you. And she also has a series of homeschooling on a budget. And I'll make sure to check that out, because she's inspiring me to use the library more to teach my children. Because I spend so much money on things, and there's so many things at your fingertips that are free. So that's a tip that I want to give you, because use the library more. I am planning a lot of the things I'm planning this year for history and art are just using the library. So use the library a lot more. And last tip, let your kids be the guide this school year. Again, going with that rabbit trail tip. Ask your kids what they want to learn. I had 2 things, I was like, what can we do for science this school year? And I asked my daughter, do you want to do, because I already had the books for astronomy for this school year. I already had them. Because we didn't finish the curriculum from last year. And I said, do you want to do this astronomy or do you want to do zoology? I know my daughter loves animals, so that's why I put that on. I asked her, and she said, I want to do zoology. Okay, so we're doing zoology. Help them pick the read aloud books that you are going to be doing with them this school year. Okay, guide them, yes, because then they'll pick, but guide them and let them choose some of the books you're going to read. Maybe you choose some, let them choose some. Help them and let them be part of the planning of the things that they're going to be that they want to learn. As this is something that I wanted to give you the tip because it's a tip I'm giving to myself this school year. I want my child, I'm talking to, I have 2 kids, but the one I'm teaching now is my, my 12-year-old. My 4-year-old was still, he goes to preschool at the public school, and I'm not doing anything with him yet. He's really not ready to sit down on the school, so he just does his own thing. But anyways, yeah, so that's the tip I'm giving myself. I'm giving to you because I'm giving to myself also. Let your kid be the guide of what you're gonna teach them. And like I was talking in one of the previous tips, my daughter she wants to learn more about sea animals and about being a marine biologist. So we're gonna go with that this year. Maybe how can I incorporate that into the different things that we're doing? We have to do writing projects. So how can I incorporate it into my writing projects? How can I incorporate that? Maybe find some books that we can read that have to do with marine animals. Okay, so let your kids, the last tip is let your kid be the guide. Okay, I hope this is my 10 tips for our homeschooling year. For some tips that I'm giving you, because I'm giving myself also a tip that I want to follow. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any tips for homeschooling parents, share them below. Make sure you check the playlist, check Ingrid's channel for homeschooling on a budget series. I am learning so much for her, and she is inspiring me to try to homeschool on a budget more, because I'm the kind of person that I want to spend, I like to spend money, and I will spend tons of money on curriculum, and maybe I don't need to spend all the money. Okay, so watch her channel and look for that homeschooling on a budget series. It's been amazing. I'm learning so much and being inspired by her. So thank you, Ingrid. And yeah, so also be on the lookout in August. Like I said, I'm going to be hosting a collaboration for tips for new homeschool parents. And you might hear a couple of the same things, but I also have some tips that are just geared towards somebody starting brand new. Okay, so be on the lookout for that also. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my homeschooling videos. I'll see you on my next video.